We're very, very early in Act 2, and we can upgrade the Ritual Dagger with the Apotheosis, which means that this can gain 5 permanent damage each time we kill an opponent with it. And that can get very powerful very quickly. 204 damage Ritual Dagger. Feels pretty good. It's Silent Time on Ascension 20. Interesting act layout. We've got some early elites that would be really rewarding to take care of, or maybe go for a Burning Elite. Take an upgrade on Neutralize. If we felt like going for early elites, maybe taking 3 random potions would help. Something like this way. But I really like a rare colorless card start on Silent. There's quite a few rare colorless cards that are really beneficial. Apotheosis in particular. But also, Bomb can be good. Who's our act boss? Guardian. Okay, Bomb can be okay. Master of Strategy can be good. Sadistic Nature can be good. Let's see what we get here. Oh, we do get Apotheosis. Cool. I'm more than happy to take an Apotheosis start. Upgrade all your cards for the rest of combat. It's an incredibly useful starting card for Silent, since she has a 12 card, or I guess 13 with the Cinder's Bane card starting deck. Apotheosis upgrades all of that. And then I think is going to make something like a too early elite path completely reasonable here. Take a couple of combats and assess. I think with Apotheosis we're going to be able to just obliterate our way through the act here. But we may not want to take too many campfires now. Gotta love Apotheosis. Trendy Candy, what do you call it when you upgrade your smartphone? App Apotheosis. Aha. Do I take 4 to get the Apotheosis down? Or, well, it's actually take 2. Yeah, I think that's worth it. Compared to just defending twice here. And with our strikes and defends doing 3 more each, we are hella strong in every single fight, pretty much. Completely fine with a Deadly Poison as a first damage card. It's good damage over time, really good against our Guardian Act boss, really good against the Lagavulin Elite, should we run into them. Like that better than I like the Deflect, by quite a bit. Taking a bit of chip damage in these early combats, notably. Yeah, our starting bonus in this run was Apotheosis, which is indeed a dope starting bonus. Let's add a Quick Slash for some immediate front load and card draw. This escape plan could be okay. It's actually pretty decent, potentially 5 block. With the upgrade on it. But we want something that'll get us through the upcoming elite fights nice and easy. I think I'd rather go this way. I want to get both Apotheosis upgraded, and I have a sneaking suspicion we're going to need to rest, too. Oh. Well. That was easy to do. Alright, we got Apotheosis upgraded. Good job, me. Hooray! Who did it? Still no potions yet. There's one dex spot for 2 points of dex. How do I feel about more damage? I think one more common attack is a good idea. Both Flying Knee and Dagger Throw are grand. Even this backflip's reasonable. But with these elites coming up, I really want another damage card to deal with, say, Kremlin Knob. So do I take the Knee or the Dagger Throw? Dagger Throw does 1 more point of damage, and does draw a discard a card versus the next turn energy of a Flying Knee. I think I prefer Flying Knee? Find out. Not actually sure. What I've learned. Nerds are so easy to block. Wraith form. Get behind a Blade Dance, too. My longest ever single run in Slay the Spire. I know I've had a, I'm sure I must have had a run that goes in the 4 to 6 hour range. I guess I've technically done an endless mode run once. And that was a full stream thing. This feels like a really early Wraith form. It'll be great in the mid to late game, but we have our defenses pretty capably covered now. We're not going to need it for Guardian. I don't think we're going to need it for the elites. Let's take a Blade Dance. Yeah, I'm actually going to take that over the Wraith form. That Wraith form feels stinky to me. What I've learned. Really happy with turn 1 Apo against Nob. I think we're going to be fine in this fight. Please give me neutralize. Alright, so next turn our damage is what? Shame about Deadly Poison. We have 21, 25, 32 damage next turn. So if we can bring the Nob below 32 health, we can get a kill. And if we can't, then we can't. So this does 16, this is 25, bringing him to 35. No, we can't kill, right? Because our max damage is 35, or our max damage is 25, and we need to do 28. Let's do this again. 21, 25, 32. Plus 25, yeah, not a kill. So we're not killing next turn no matter what. Which means I'll just strike twice, don't take the extra damage from the Blade Dance. We'll take a relatively beefy hit here. But that's what the fire is for. We can rest, no problem. Darkstone Periapt gives us additional max HP whenever we would obtain a curse. 3 more damage options. I don't feel like I want a second Blade Dance at the moment. Or a Sneaky Strike. Maybe if I had taken the Dagger Throw, I would take Sneaky Strike. Skip those. Sleep! Second up is Lagavulin. Get to Apo turn 1. Feels great, man. Let's just open with Deadly Poison here. May have to use the Dex Spot in this fight. But, I think I'm going to. I'll take 2 willingly here. Hey, Sir Lancelot, we did indeed start, or continue the Caller Ladder yesterday, but it is not over. Nor dead. Just taking a break from it for some regular style A20 today. Pendib, every 10th attack is doubled in damage, very good with our Blade Dance. There's an accuracy to go with the Blade Dance. Okay, let's do it. Shivs deal more damage. I guess we'll upgrade that so that it, even if we draw it before Apotheosis, it gets full value. so they're 10 damage each, so Apotheosis Blade Dance kills. And Terror, applying 99 vulnerable, makes our opponents take that much more damage from physical attacks. This is perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. This is an excellent, excellent start, damage-wise. We have, like, a really powerful damage interaction now. Sir Bachelot, thank you so much for the Prime sub and the 4 months. Happy Thursday to you. Happy Thursday to you all. Okay, we actually take nothing here? Good. Let's do Deadly? Or the Looter first in this fight. Should be able to take them on at once. The both of them. Smooth overall. Dang. Was hoping to kill with deadly poison there. 3 quick slash slice. We could take a second quick slash and feel okay about it. I'm honestly fine though. I'd like to add one more Shiv card, but other than that, we're actually really good for now. This looks familiar. Damage and draw pile. 7. We can get a kill next turn relatively reliably. I think. Gotta do 50 damage. This can be 36 alone. Oh yeah, we're good. Nine plus 9 plus 24 is how much? 42. Good. Okay. I was really worried that added up to 40 for a second. Right, let me just verify. 18 plus 24. Yes, that's enough. And we get the Terror too, for a little bit more. Going the tiny chest. Every 4th question mark room is a treasure room. Love, love, love a well-laid plans or a backflip. Both of these are now very good. I think the plans is probably the take. Giving us some retain, letting us hold on to cards like the Blade Dance or block cards. Notably block cards against a Guardian will help, but just in general, really good. And if I find a pyramid, oh well. I shan't be upset about it. 5 slimes to do with. Skill Potion might make this a lot easier, otherwise we're doing, like, Flying Knee Strike Survivor taking 4 this turn, which is reasonable. I'll use a potion, though. Full Storm of Steel. Wait. Like that. Still end up taking damage. Now I can take the backflip and feel good about it. It's block and card draw. Love them both. Heligonian, thank you so much for that gifted sub to Ivy Blade. You know, before I upgrade well-laid plans, I'm going to recall. A rare Act 1 recall. Deadly for the moment. This will be more than enough damage to transform, right? Yeah, these 20, 30 damage Shiv. Excuse you? Excuse you. Poison Potion ain't bad. Tools of Trade could be fun for draw and discard each turn. Don't know that Bullet Time is all that good, letting us make our entire hand free, and Burst lets us dupe a skill. Not many good Burst targets. Burst Backflip, Burst Deadly Poison, but the Terror and the Apotheosis don't really benefit. Take a Tools, I think, for that draw one, discard one each turn. Improved cycling time is how I like to think of Tools of the Trade, and the upgrade making it free, 0 cost, is quite good, especially with a deck that would be honestly pretty happy with a non-energy relic at the moment. Relic we skipped was the Boot Fluffy Mittens. Good old... there is a pyramid here. Good old Boot. Good old Boot. Alright, well, the pyramid is in fact the reason I did not upgrade well-laid plans. Cursed Key does go with Darkstone Periapt. Tiny Chest? I don't think I like that. I don't think I like that. What I do like is just the real, actual Runic Pyramid. At the end of our turn, we no longer discard our hand. Retaining everything from turn to turn. Silent loves retain. Loves retain. So many things that we can do with that are very effective. I'll take it. Otherwise, we'd be getting a curse whenever we open a non-boss chest, which is also max health, but that would, I think, really clutter the deck unpleasantly. Or Ring of the Serpent for extra draw on every turn. No thanks. Let's give me the pyramid. Okay, this looks like a reasonable opportunity to take out our Burning Elite. The shops are all late in the act. Okay, let's go for this elite. Fire Elite Fire, maybe? It's too many campfires, actually. I don't need this many. Not going this way. That's insane. About this way. One less fire. But still one. And some optionality to avoid. There's no way to avoid... this fire. If I go up this way. Otherwise we could go this way, but I'm a little scared of this. On 3 energy. Yeah, like if our Apotheosis is on the bottom, I don't think that ends well for me. But if it's on the top, well... life becomes good. Ever gonna remove enough artifact? No. Not without the potion. So Blade Dance accuracy won't be enough. Well, that'll be 40 damage, right? Can I go Strike, Accuracy, Blade Dance for a kill? Yes. Yes, I can. Okay, Deflect is a card I like a lot more with the Runic Pyramid. Zero cost cards are definitely... Actually, wait, no, just second Blade Dance. What am I doing? Yeah, take the second Blade Dance, you idiot. Okay, good. Glad we talked about that. Oh man, and a Ritual Dagger. Oh, I love this Ritual Dagger. We're very, very early in Act 2, and we can upgrade the Ritual Dagger with the Apotheosis, which means that this can gain 5 permanent damage each time we kill an opponent with it. And that can get very powerful very quickly. Love it so much, why don't you marry it? I do declare that this Ritual Dagger is my lawfully wedded spouse thing. Hooray! Zero cost cards are good in general in a situation like this, Cactuiars. Footwork or Calculated Gamble, both very, very good. Zero cost cards are good in general because the Runic Pyramid tends to mean that our hand fills up with cards. And with only 3 base energy available to play them, unless we have some low-cost stuff, it'll pile up. Do I value the upgrade on Ritual Dagger? I do, Burned, although probably not in this case, again, because Apotheosis can do it for us. But yes, making the permanent scaling on this card better, from 3 to 5, is quite good. Leaning towards Footwork here, for more blunkage. It's gonna happen. Anonymous, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Icy Wobbles. Calculated Gamble lets us deal with Clogged Hand, though, which is very good. Who's our Act Boss? We have to beat Prawn's Automaton. I'll take the Footwork. Four hits to knock birds out of the air. Pick one. Well, that's rude. Skill potion. Oh yeah, way to kill with this thing. And I also get Pen Nib to 9. No. Pro Plus. Interesting. Feels like the kind of card draw that we absolutely do not need. Yes, Carissa, I big agree. We definitely value the discard is draw, in a sense. Being able to discard one card from our hand to make room for something else. Good stuff. Ooh, upgrade all strikes and defends. Kind of co-ops the Apotheosis, or I can just take a card removal, since we're getting everything upgraded anyway. Get rid of the well-laid plans. Wall covered in the writing of ancients. Or we could just go for the upgrades. Just having the defense upgraded right away is really nice. Now let's remove the well-laid plans. And I'll upgrade footwork. Spooky. Oof. That. Not a lot of damage. Bye. Crap. Okay. Brutal. Okay, we do get a heal at least. But this is exactly the problem I foresaw. Apotheosis on the bottom of the deck results in disaster to kill the wizard. Yeah, upgraded strikes and defense sure would have been nice, right? We would have killed the wizard already with the upgraded strikes. We would have blocked harder on this turn. Hindsight is 20/20 and all that. Take another 16 here. You rude, rude man. Stop. Please. Make it stop. This is lethal. Okay, question card gives us extra options from card rewards. Love both the adrenaline and the gamble here. I think the adrenaline is going to be my pick for a bit more energy and draw. But calculated gamble to discard a full hand would have been pretty solid too. Pyramid Snecko, super duper scary. Although the tools will help by letting us discard anything that rolls excessively high cost. I'm looking at you, Apotheosis. Key. Stop. Can't do this. It's 22. First Blade Dance only makes 2 shivs. They're a base of 10 damage each. Get 5 shivs that deal... let's see, base of 10 times 1.5 to point. So yeah, that'll be enough to kill. And a Gambler's Brew is very, very good with the Runic Pyramid. Second accuracy for even more shiv damage, or do we take a prepared to let us draw a card, discard a card? Prepared helps us make more room in hand, which is really good with the Blade Dances. I'm going to pick that up. More way to block 2 curses? Question mark. Well, this shop's pretty loaded. Great things here include Incense Burn, intangible every 6 turns, is of course insanely good. Kunai gives us a dexterity if we play 3 attacks in 1 turn. In a deck with 2 Blade Dances, that's definitely good too. Card removal is great. Panache could be pretty good, doing AoE when we play 5 cards in 1 turn. And the medical kit could be alright too. Yeah, it's a tough pick between Burner and Kunai. I'm leaning towards Kunai here. Which is unusual, because I think Burner is usually very good. But I like this Kunai quite a bit. It's also a little bit cheaper. Kunai plus card removal. Anything else? Do I want a Panache? Or did I want a Panache? No. Do I want another prepared? No. Do I want a Fumes? No. Okay. I would consider prepared here if I hadn't just picked one up. I don't think we need to. It's mostly irrelevant. Okay, a lot of energy upgrades if we can find Apotheosis. And if we can't... There it is. Good. Accuracy. Choose a skill. Start each combat with this card in your hand. Whatever will we pick? I wonder. Nice. Okay, so now effectively all cards are upgraded forever, and we're offered an Alchemize to get more potions with. I love that. Could be a zero-cost skill with the upgrade on it. So a zero-cost card and a good card. Yes. And the Emerald Key. We have all 3 keys already. Take the Fresher's skill pot. Yeah, we're good now. Are good now. Bonk. I forgot my thingy. Dodge roll with Kunai, excellent. Probably better than... I mean, it doesn't matter about the free upgrade is completely irrelevant here. Because of Bottle Apotheosis. In that case, let's take the Deflect. And I'll take this deck spot. We just pretend at all times that all cards are upgraded, because effectively they are. And that means there's literally no reason not to rest here. I guess there's theoretically a benefit to... Oh, I forgot to Ritual Dagger that last fight. There's a benefit to upgrading Blade Dance, so we can make the shivs and then upgrade them, but... Fairly whatever. This one for a future kunai proc. Use terror on you. Was meant to deck spot 2 order. Solid order. $15 block from deflect? Wow. Many blunks. $20 block defends? Okay. Damn, dude. Honk. Wasted my pendant. Not that it matters much. We have this boss outscaled, is I believe the technical term. Gee. Envenom could be alright here. We're doing decent damage, but not incredible. With what we currently have. Storm of Steel gives us, of course, more shivs. Kind of cool with the Pyramid and the kunai. I'm definitely not opposed to another Adrenaline here. Or Burst to let us dupe... Alchemize? Dupe Adrenaline? Honestly, I think a second Adrenaline is just completely fine here. Let's take some more Adrenaline. The Envenom could be great for more poison. The Storm of Steel could be a nice finisher, but I think we'll benefit from just a little bit more of what we're currently doing. Ooh. Okay, so we're doing this on 3 energy, looks like. I'm not taking a Velvet Choker, limiting us to 6 per turn, not with 2 Blade Dances. The Sacred Bark doubles the effectiveness of potions. That's real good with our Alchemize, generating potion each combat. Or the Calling Bell gives us 3 free relics. We don't get a curse because of Omamori. I think either of these two could be really powerful here. I don't have a belt to go with this bark, but I think the Alchemize will be enough to make this really good. We've already seen Incense Burner, which lowers the benefit of the Calling Bell a little bit. Still plenty of very good rare relics to get, of course. Take the bark. Zip Skins, thank you so much for the 9 months and that very generous tier 2 sub. If your sub were a baby conceived when you started following, it would be due by now. Indeed. Baalorlord Jr. we'll call him. Is that a 4 elite path? It sure is. Am I going to take that? Maybe. Doesn't hit any stores. But I kind of want it. Yeah, I think 4 elites is grand. The G'est of G's. Not a good sign. The one random deadly poison is going to serve us well here. As is, I suppose, Ritual Dagger. Comes 49, good. Oh, okay. Doppelganger's interesting. Are we on weak sources? Very bad, right? We only have neutralized, so I like a Sucker Punch plus just fine here. Cloak and Dagger is, of course, also really good. Sneaky Strike is also a free attack with our Tools of the Trade, that's true. Let's just take the Shiv card. Ghost in a Jar, yes! This is not one, but two intangible with Sacred Bark, and I'll take the full heal potion too. 10 regen, wow. Hey there, Own. Anxiety and stress are definitely challenging parts of life. Something that you can't, I think, truly escape from, but personally I find it helps to not take life too seriously. To always remember to give yourself space to relax. To not put too much pressure on oneself. Kind of some of the mantras I try to live by, and they help. Won't say it's foolproof. Definitely help. Tings. Nerds. 24, easy, right? I like to think of a side hustle is a good way to describe Discard Mirror Twin. Discard is an enabler for the Silent. It's a way to continue drawing cards when you don't have any room in your hand. And it's a way for her to more consistently draw through the deck and see what it is that she needs. So it's all about improving your cycle time, you know, how many turns it takes to draw through the deck once and then do it again. Which is really powerful in a lot of different deck archetypes. Discard can support poison by letting you redraw the poison cards. It can support shivs by getting you to your attacks quicker. It can support anything, really. And of course, it's also capable of generating infinite combos, which can be really good. Alright, now let's take a calculated gamble, letting us discard the hand and draw that many cards again. Very, very good for Pyramid. Beautiful turn one this is. look that bad. I should have used the fire potion on turn 1 there. I actually forgot about it. But now. Hey, I'm gonna get a regen potion back. Good. Another deflect. Again, we're on 3 energy. We have huge decks. I would love another deflect. 0 cost block for 50 or whatever. Right? Order. So we'll do 140 odd. Not quite enough. Fruit juice to gain 10 max HP, you'll love to see it. Yeah, blushies. One quick tip, if you're just starting out in Slay the Spire or looking to improve your game, play this game slower than I do. There's a lot of benefit to be had from slowing down a little bit, thinking through your plays, thinking through your decisions. A lot of what I do comes with the kind of practiced muscle memory of now 4,000 plus hours in this game. But there's so many little micro decisions that you encounter on a moment-to-moment basis, and all of them can benefit from a bit of careful consideration. This looks a little spooky. Will help. Question mark. Question mark. We could use the energy pot next turn. Probably. Let's go ahead and do that. Rid of every dagger. Blunkening. Flick, thank you so much for the Prime sub and the 14 months. Thanks for watching. You keep watching, I'll keep streaming. Sound good? Okay, we should have a kill on this turn, I believe. Toy Ornithopter heals us 5 health when we use a potion, that's good. Nightmare can make multiple copies of a card in the deck, and this deck has a lot of good Nightmare targets, actually. Nightmare Alchemize to make a bunch of potions, Nightmare the Adrenalines, Nightmare the Footwork, Nightmare Accuracy. Lots of good options. Sure. It does cost us 2 energy, but we'll be able to afford that. Is there any... No, I'm just gonna rest. Case in point, Nightmare Footwork, right now. Yep. Wahahaha. Nightmare Ritual Dagger won't let you scale up the dagger multiple times, but it is really just very strong. But no, you won't get to boost the damage 3 times. One of the daggers is the original, and the others are copies, and only the original can permanently be increased in power. Yeah, the original one is the one that you make the copy of with the Nightmare. It stays in your hand where it was. Escape Plan Plus with this much dex? Yes. 0 cost, draw a card, maybe gain some block. We are fighting Awakened One first, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. Let's see, we actually get a tiny chest proc here. Down for that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 more relics before the end of the act. Wow. I'm down. Bronze scales are definitely good, doing damage back when an enemy attacks us. If we find a second nightmare, would we stall a fight for countless potions and juice? No. Could we? Yes. We could. But we won't. But we could. But we won't. Let's try to get 2 copies. 2 upgraded master strategies from that potion. Dang, dude. It's hot. A cute attempt. Happy Flower gives us energy every 3rd turn. That'll definitely help with what we're trying to do. I don't remember if Entropic Brews can give you fruit juice. You can definitely get Entropic Brews from Alchemize. That's definitely a thing. Finally! A well-laid plans, and oh, we did get a bonus merchant. Best of both worlds. Holy moly. Somebody said something about Double Nightmare. It's here. Wow, this store is ridiculous. I mean, we really don't need it, to be clear. I do like the orange pellets, allowing us to remove all debuffs if we play a power attack and a skill in the same turn. Helix could be nice, preventing the first time we would lose health each combat. I'm down for 2 more intangible. We just have 4 turns of intangibility in the potion belt. That seems kind of broken, doesn't it? 4 intangible. It's hot, man. That will make Alchemize temporarily useless, sure, but having the thing that gives us a bonus be bad because our potion slots are filled with the best possible potions seems like a situation I'm okay being in. could afford the Nightmare still. I don't need double Nightmare. As ridiculous as that is. I don't need that. Keeping this one for Kunai on this turn. One really nice thing you can do with Pyramid is just like hold on to a random shiv here and there. Sometimes. Be surprised at how often it's great. Gamble, I think. Alright. $204 damage, Ritual Dagger. Feels pretty good. Corpse Explosion. Kill all enemies after we kill one. Could be helpful against Spire Spear, Spire Shield. Feels unnecessary, though. Third Blade Dance on offer for more damage outputs. Or a Backstab. Really need to be able to get to our 1 accuracy to do truly significant damage. I think I'm going to just skip. Some shivs. Oh yeah, this thing. Our first Piercing Wail of the run on floor 47. Better late than never. This is a guaranteed relic. A Regal Pillow. Okay, well, thanks. For that. I'll sleep on the Regal Pillow! Hooray! Hooray for resting. Stuff. Okay, we can use Piercing Wail to reset Awakened One's strength going between phase 1 and 2. May end up doing that. It's a lot of block you're expecting me to have. Alright, I guess I'll just do Piercing Wail now then. Or like it. Kill this guy with a dagger. These cultists are not a minion, so they do provide benefits from stuff like Ritual Dagger and Feed. Get rid of that. Put that. Sure, we're giving the Awakened One strength, but because our dexterity is going up so much, it ends up being quite irrelevant. Not too worried here about being optimal or anything like that. We're so ahead of the curve here. No, Fluffy Mittens, if you have to kill all three of the slavers. Nobody in that fight will retreat. Spooky. One energy turn? Unavoidable damage. Wow, got me with the double void there, Awakened One. Well played. Ow. Oops. Now, Kunai has definitely been worth it so far. 66 dexterity, an average of about 1 per turn. Which is a lot of dex, that's for sure. It's like dexterity demon form, essentially. Here. Next up, Time Eater, who I think will be a bit more of a challenge here. Every time we play $12 cards, Time Eater will forcibly end our turn, gain a couple points of strength here. Something to be careful of. Some decks. There it is. I'm gonna nightmare our Dagger here. So the original Dagger is the one in the draw pile. The 3 in hand are not. Strength here. There's the original. Triple Dagger. GG. Ritual Dagger stands at 88 damage, and we missed a proc too, don't forget. So this could have been 93 by now. That's a hugely powerful dagger. To thump, a deep pulsing dread. To be felt throughout the room is this. The heart of the spire, the source of all these points of dexterity. Coming from somewhere? Probably. Regal pillar value or upgrade. None of this matters. None of this matters. One more deflect, one more blade dance. I'm okay with just removing a strike. Quite frankly. One less stinky card in the deck. Yes, Pen. Exhume does allow you to proc the original Dagger more than once per fight, and we have used this to get a, I believe, a 150 damage Ritual Dagger with an Ironclad run one time. Lands keep showing up, man. You. Yeah, kicking. Hope we are doing well. Double defense. Yeah, 3 adrenalines added to hand so that this isn't as miserable, and you know what? This looks like a good time for a ghost in a jar, doesn't it? Wouldn't you say? I think so. And we even get a new potion too, right? Like, come on. How could I not? It's only 65 incoming damage. I mean, I probably could... I mean, with the 3 adrenalines, I bet I can block for a lot of this, but... Go ahead. Do the thing. Oops. You. Or we're intangible next turn too, actually. You. So suboptimal. someone say energy? So I guess we could have full blocked that without the Ghost in a Jar, huh? But I wouldn't have had the Terror Potion to get the kill, so... Huh. You know what? I'm not going to think about it. Two. Perfect. Optimal pen nib and happy flower. We get a boot thingy, giving us 14 blanc at the start of turn 2, and I kind of dig this Tactician plus as a way to get a little bit more energy during the long-ass heart fight. You can discard it with Prepared or Survivor or what have you. Skipping is completely reasonable as well. Skipping is completely reasonable as well here. Idea being that we're currently struggling on 3 energy. Yeah, let's take it. For a second I was like, wow, what good fortune that we drew the Apotheosis on turn 1. Right, no, that was gonna happen anyway. This is not an overwhelmingly good-looking hand. I think I'll just take the 1 damage willingly for Centennial Puzzle here. Or 2 damage, I guess. Yeah, that's a bit better. A skill potion. Okay. Stop it there. Not the greatest turn 1 against Heart that I've ever had, but that's okay. I smell victory in the air, and it smells like orange pellets. Skill. Attack. Debuffs be gone, Heart down to 1 times 15. Oof. Hate to see it. Is it double skill potion time? I think so. Double catalyst. Double blur, yeah. Look at this. 2 blurs for the price of 1. Alright, we're gonna Nightmare that Ritual Dagger. I love it. Oh, I just shuffled without Deflects. That was unwise. Yes! Yes! Let the stabbening commence. Pendib Ritual Dagger. For Blam. It's a big number. Guess it's spooky ghost time. Make my life easy. Kalima! GG! Have a knife day, Mr. Hart. Hey everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Did you know that I'm live 5 days a week on Twitch? Come join us to watch me live, ask questions, or chill with the community. Click the link in the description below to follow and be notified when I'm live. And while you're down there, make like a sandwich and sub to this channel for more fresh Baylor content. Ta-ta for now.